So Matt, I've been thinking about what you asked me to talk about this week. You wanted me to talk about 2018 in terms of good things or bad things. And despite trying, I can't actually think of anything that is overwhelmingly positive or negative in terms of last year. I've had a couple of things happen which were really cool, like having Nicholas Coover visit the UK and we travelled to Amsterdam along with Brendan Ellis to meet Corolla T, and then along with Brendan we travelled around quite a bit. I attended the beer festival down in Hereford during July, which was also a really cool time. But in terms of the year as a whole, I haven't accomplished an awful lot, which is not something I like the thought of, but it's just a fact of life that when you get older and get stuck into routines, there are certain things that have to take a back seat. I've had to make some decisions which I'm not happy with, but I've had to make them just to be able to get by day to day in terms of my job and other things as well. I'm not doing as much as I otherwise would like to in terms of YouTube and online things and making it more of an occupation, because I just don't have time to dedicate to it due to the fact that I work really weird hours that fluctuate week to week. On a Monday morning I could start at 5:30 in the morning. The next Monday I could be working until 11:30 at night, starting 2 in the afternoon. So it's hard to stick to a same schedule or plan every week because things change so much. December has proven to be the hardest month in this year and many of the years previous, because working in retail, it's the busiest time of year, and besides that I've took hits, mental health and things going wrong and having to deal with situations as they arise. So it's been a lot to handle and deal with, but I got through it kind of in the process of. But you cannot let 1 month out of 12 define that year, just like I can't let June and July as the 2 best months where I actually did something really interesting define the rest of the year. In terms of percentages, that's only 1 out of 12 or 2 out of 12 or 1 out of 6 if you want to play about with fractions. I like to keep an overarching view of what's going on in terms of just focusing on one good thing or bad thing that happened in a given year. But for the sake of simplicity, if I had to pick one thing in particular, it would just be travelling with Nick. I think one of the biggest things that's helped me through November into December and then through December is watching a lot more anime and taking a lot more time out for myself just to wind down and have fun in between all the hectic stuff, which seems a bit counterproductive when you consider that we had that vlog every day for a week thing, but that was like an hour out of my day at most. So 2018 was a bit of a mixed bag, as was 2017, 16, 15, 14, 13. It doesn't matter what year, there's always good with the bad. I like to look at things with a broader picture, so to speak. So Matt, for your first video in 2019, I want to talk about your upcoming trip to VidCon London, but specifically I want to talk about the planning for the trip. How are you going to plan for it? What are you going to do? What methods do you use to go about visualizing what could happen and how to plan? You could just say, wait online, book tickets, talk to you, that's it. Or you can make it more interesting, which I hope you're going to do, or else it'll be a very short video. Keep mattering. I'll have a nice Dave. I need my bed. It's over there. Say hi to Drut.